Beware conditions, because conditions will suck the life out of your marriage. Have you ever had someone imply or even say, "I'll love you if you're thin," or "if you're rich," or "if you say yes instead of no"? That "if" is a signal that there's conditions on the love that you are either offering or accepting. In this series, we'll examine that fine print that hides oftentimes under the text. It's not a clear ask, but it hides in the texture of the way that we love one another. Let me give you a clear example of what conditions and hidden conditions look like by telling you a story about a 4-year-old. Every 4-year-old knows how to make the clean ask, and they'll say, "Please, please, 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 can I have a lollipop?" And a parent who enjoys seeing the joy in their child hands over the lollipop, and both people are smiling, the child because they're licking that lollipop, and the parent because they see their child happy. There's no conditions in this scenario. But what if there gets to be some hidden conditions to that lollipop exchange? And it might look like this. You can have a lollipop if you finish your dinner. You can have a lollipop if you give me a hug first. Or the way that it might get more hidden, the child can feel but didn't hear the adult say, "If I give you this lollipop, your job is to love me more than you love anybody else." Suddenly that lollipop isn't so tasty. The child wonders if the conditions are worth it, and then wonders if they are worthy of the lollipop. Hidden conditions create a sense of unworthiness. The purpose of this series is to carefully examine the fine print of conditions that you accept or impose. These conditional pairings show up in our adult lives as well. You've seen a marriage like this, or maybe you're living in one, where there's this implication: I'll give you the financial security of a house and stability if you dote on my ego and make me look good in public. Or maybe one like, if I make this great dinner, I expect to get lucky in the bedroom later. These kinds of conditional pairings come because we're afraid to say those things out loud. It's embarrassing to say, "Hey, I want you to build up my ego," right? So instead we go underground. And when we go underground like that, we are not making a clear ask, and we're imposing our conditions without being clear. Remember how fear is what gets in our way. So it's that fear of rejection that causes us to sneak in conditions. Don't take the bait. A great marriage is built on transparency and trust, and that's what's going to give you that deep oneness that you're looking for. Don't accept conditions, and don't impose conditions. What conditions are you imposing on your love? And what conditions are you accepting? This time it's enough just to notice your conditions, either imposed or accepted. Noticing is powerful, and it's definitely enough for now. Stay tuned, because next time we'll get more specific about how to identify the fine print of conditions that show up in your marriage. I'll see you then. This video is part of a 6-step series, Improving Your Marriage Communication. Make sure you have access to the full course in my virtual classroom. The link's right below.